remember you telling me one of the benefits of becoming a teacher was you don't work in August.
That was right.
I was going to miss that bit out.
Hi, my name's Vicky Bennett and I am a German teacher currently at Cottingham High School. I started in 2004 and I'm here with Mr. Wilgeroth, who was one of the original technology teachers in 1955.
About
Right?
yeah,
Around
yeah,
about 1955 when the school was opened. The school's coming up to its 70th anniversary now, so we thought it'd be good to interview him about what it was like when he started and things.
So you were at British Aerospace, or Hawker Siddeley, Blackburn Aircraft.
Blackburn Aircraft.
And you've told me previously that you didn't really like it there because it was hot all the time.
Well, I don't wear it hot all the time, but it's hard work all the time.
Hard work all the time, building aircraft for...
Building aircraft bits.
Yeah. What aircraft were you building at the time?
There was the very first Blackburn Beverley.
Yeah.
We got it from General Aircraft, unfinished, came to Brough, we finished it off. And they finished it off, took it out of the hangar, he went round and sacked loads and loads of people, saying, I'm sorry, I've no more work for you. Fortunately, I was only an apprentice, so they kept me on. When I was 18,
Yeah.
I went to national service.
Yeah.
And it upset the apprentice supervisor. He said I should wait till I was 21 and then go in the Air Force.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not doing that. So I went in the Air Force for 2 years.
Yeah.
I came back and he wouldn't have anything to do with me. So
Right.
I got in touch with the union man and the union man sorted everything out for me.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the unions are important in the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you start thinking about becoming a school teacher?
Oh, before I upset the apprentice supervisor, he says, with you being in the Air Force for 2 years, you automatically qualify to be a technical teacher because they're very short of technical teachers. Oh, I said. In the whole Daily Mail, there was an advert, wanted a metalwork teacher for a brand new school, Cottingham High School. I applied for it. The headmaster rang me up. He says, can you come and see me? I said, well, where are you? He said, I'm in Ferriby. I said, well, when can I come? He said, well, any time I like. So I got on my motorbike and went round to see him. And he was a West Yorkshire man. He'd been in the RAF and I'd been in the RAF, so we got on like a house on fire. And I got the job.
What was the head teacher's name?
Eric Greenwood.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Eric Greenwood, he was the first headmaster. Yeah, a nice bloke. Got on with him well.
So that's how you started.
Yeah.
And I believe you told me that there was it the deputy head had been in the artillery and he's shot?
Yeah, he was in the Royal Artillery and he was anti-aircraft during the war. And he says they'd heard that a Focke-Wulf 190 was coming. So they got the gun ready and it flew over, they shot at it. He said, first ever, they shot it down. So he said, but the pilot bailed out and he was near, so they went to see the pilot. And he says, oh, everything was nice and friendly. He says the pilot was a bit angry that he was so lucky to shoot him down. So, but he said after that it was all okay.
And what was his name, the deputy head?
No, then you got
can't
me. Yeah. You shouldn't have said that, should you?
It's all right. We'll look it up.
Yeah.
We'll look it up.
We can
put it
Google
on
it.
The
screen.
nicest bloke you could ever meet. He did all the work at the school. The headmaster just supervised. He did everything. I remember we had a dinner once and his wife came and I had to give a speech. So in the speech I said, well, I remember, thank you Mrs Dean for coming. I know it didn't come to see me, you come to see your husband because he's always here. So that went down well. So after
I'm
that,
sure
yeah.
it did.
Yeah, Mr Dean.
Mr. Dean.
Mr Dean.
So
Mr.
you-
Dean.
You were just saying earlier that your woodwork room wasn't ready, or you started a bit later to
Yes.
opening.
When the school first opened, he said, you've got the job. He said, but the workshop isn't ready. You know, it just wasn't ready. He says, could you possibly come a bit later? Well, I hadn't given my notice in, so I said, yes, I'll only need a week's notice. And that's what happened. So I went in the Christmas, after Christmas, rather than in September. So I missed the first few months, that's all.
And were you the only sort of woodworking teacher, or were there other people teaching that
I
as well?
started then, and then they interviewed other people for the other technical departments, which I was involved in. Not very much, by the way, but I was involved, you know. And we got a metalwork teacher, a technical drawing teacher, and I think that's how we started. The technical drawing teacher was useless, so the headmaster came to me and says, I want you to be the technical drawing teacher. Oh. So that's how it all started.
And you were telling us before about how you saved up all your free periods to do something. You saved up all your free periods to do something for the kids.
Yes, I said to the headmaster, I said, could we make a boat? Well, he says, you can make what you want. So I said, well, I'd like to make a boat and sail it at Hornsea. Oh. So
we've got some pictures, haven't we,
yeah.
from the internet of the boat. Put them on
it
the
was a
screen.
heron dinghy. So we made the heron dinghy, and on the Saturday morning I used to go with the children, so just a few children, you know, not a great lot, and he used to teach them to sail on Hornsea Mere. All very nice, yeah.
Yeah, it says here, so this is from the 60th anniversary Facebook page, and obviously the 70th anniversary is coming up, but somebody's like put memories on here, and somebody's put a memory of you with the boat. It even name checks you here. It says the heron sailing dinghy was made by the 5th and 6th form boys under the supervision of Mr. Wilgeroth, so you, from plans provided by Jeff Mallory.
Yeah, he was a maths teacher.
Right. It says around about 1962-63, and it says the dinghy was mounted on a trailer made at the school using all the parts from an old car, and was towed there to the Mere by Mr. Wilgeroth himself using his car.
Yeah, what we did, we got an old car and we took the back axle off and fastened the back axle to a trailer.
And did the kids all help out with
Oh,
that?
they all helped out, yeah. It was all in with the lessons,
yeah.
You know. When it was available, we did that sort of thing. And we got the trailer made, and it was a success. The man that was in charge of all this from the council offices, he says, how did you get the trailer? I said, well, you know, and I explained, oh. So he made one as well. So it was a good idea.
And did you sail that boat more than once, or was it just the one trip, or did you use it more?
Well, what we did, we I had a hand in doing all the, what do you call them, lessons. You know, when you could have a math lesson, when you could have an English lesson.
Like timetabling?
A timetable,
right.
I had a timetable. And I arranged all the timetable for my department, and then it fitted in with the school. And unfortunately, I was having to work on the Thursday.
Yeah. So you previously said you had the Thursdays off.
Yeah. So that spoilt it.
Right.
So I said, well, I went to the headmaster. I said, I won't be able to go sailing. He said, why not? I said, well, I can't have a motor car on a Wednesday. Oh. He said, well, what do you want me to do? I said, well, why don't you change? We're on a 6-day timetable, by the way. I said, change day 5 to day 6. Oh. So he did. And the school was in an absolute uproar. Everybody hated the change. But the headmaster says, I've decided, and that's what's going to happen.
So you could go sailing?
So I could go sailing on Thursdays. So
What happened to the boat eventually? Do you know what happened
eventually, well, there's another adventure. I made another one as well, because I was head of night school at that time. And some people came and they wanted to make a dinghy, so I helped them to make a dinghy. It was head of night school, and then I thought, well, I want a bigger boat than this. So he said, well, what sort of boat do you want? I said, oh, a swordfish, a 15-foot swordfish. How much? I said, 150 quid. He said, where are you going to get 150 quid from? I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I said, I'll run a raffle for the school. He says, and how will that work? I said, what I'll do, I'll get loads and loads of books, 10 in each book, and charge the children 9 instead of 10. So that everybody will get a free ticket, which is illegal, by the way, now. It wasn't then. Yeah. So I went to see the police, and they weren't very happy, but they said it might be just illegal, with it being a charity. So,
Yeah.
so I sold loads and loads of tickets. I get good prizes, you know. I went round all the local shops that supplied the school. Can you give us a gift as a prize for the raffle? Oh, yeah. So I got a video camera and all sorts of things, free meals, all sorts of things. I think I got about 20 prizes. I made well over 150 quid. So I went and bought the swordfish, got rid of the dinghy, and went sailing the swordfish. So then I used to go on a Saturday, and I used to join in the races on a Saturday. I never won. But
So-
it was good.
How long did you work at the school in total? Can you remember when you left? Were we saying it was 70s?
I left after 33 years. I'd been there 33 years.
Someone do the maths.
That would make it
1988.
89.
89.
89.
Yeah, and we were
Yeah.
just looking on here on the thing, and we worked out that there might have been some teachers still there when I started in 2004 that you knew back then. So
They were much younger than me.
Yeah. So I remember the name Bill Stelling. He was
Bill Stelling,
quite a
yeah.
big name.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was still there when I
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, wild
I
boy.
think he was linked to our year group. I don't know if he was something to do with year 7. He wasn't the head of year 7, but he was something to do with year 7 when I was in that year group.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of him in 1989, so
Yeah.
that might have been just
I think he was an
around about.
excellent teacher.
And he actually liked the sailing. I don't know if he did any sailing then, but he used to go on the canal trips that they used to run. So
Oh, did he? That was
Yeah.
later on then.
Yeah, probably. But he was into all that as
Oh,
well.
it started a trend anyway.
And I think there was another name that we saw on the Facebook page, which was Knowles.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that name too.
Yeah.
I can't remember his first name.
Yeah.
I don't know if it
No.
was like Phil or something like that.
Philip Knowles.
Or something
No,
like
I can't
that.
quite.
I definitely remember the name Knowles. So it's really funny, isn't it, that there's like a crossover. I didn't start till
Absolutely,
2004, but there were people still there that
Still
you
there
know
that I knew.
when you left.
Yeah.
There's
They
some
probably
sort
weren't there when I started. I was number 21. We all had a number, each member of staff, and I was staff number 21. But then, of course, we started off with, I think, 350 kids. Then it changed from changing school at 11 to changing school at 13. So we had 1 year with no intake. And then, of course, we had a bigger intake. And I think we went up to 1,700 at one time.
Because at the time, it consisted of just one building. It's what we call the old block now.
Oh, yes.
That was the whole school.
Yeah.
Now we've got what we call the new block. We've got a separate technology block. We've
Yeah.
got a separate like music bit and everything. But at that time when you were there, it was the one.
No, the new block was built while I was there.
Into the 70s,
Yeah,
the new
yeah.
block was built, yeah. But originally it was just the one. And I was reading on here as well that in the old block, a lot of the around the windows and the parquet flooring in the halls still all original as well from 1955.
The parquet flooring that was there in an awards ceremony that I went to recently. It's the original
Yeah,
brass
and some of the
fittings on
pictures,
doors
some of the
and-
staff pictures we've found online, you can put them up, can't you?
Yeah.
But the staff are sort of stood in front of I can see the reception bit, that looks exactly the same now,
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
sort of pillar, and then all the windows look very similar as well.
Yeah.
I think that bit's round the
The
back.
school emblem was a sword and a ship.
Well, so when I first met Peter, I was wearing my Cottingham High School hoodie, wasn't I, from the trip, and you saw the emblem straight away.
Yeah.
Do you know what the ship emblem, where it came from? Because it's hard to
Well,
find
I
any
think
information
the ship
on it.
was adventure,
Right.
and the sword was strength.
Yeah, because they still have that on their jumpers and the ties even now.
Yeah.
It's quite hard to find any information about it, so that's what it was it?
The school
adventure and
uniform, you didn't have to have a blazer. You trousers and a jumper, and the headmaster was colourblind, so he had to ask what colour it ought to be. I said, grey for the pullover, straightforward. Yeah, whether it started like that, I don't know.
It's good that they've kept the thing all that time though, even though the uniforms changed and evolved, even the new ones still have the ship on.
Yeah.
With adventure and with strength.
Yeah.
What changes happened in your time at Cottingham High that worked well?
It worked well.
Mm.
I don't know. We had a system called Thames, and the Thames was technology, math, Thames, history, art, maths,
like the river.
science.
Yeah.
So it was a Thames system.
Mm.
So it worked all right. It was, yeah.
I mean, those were the subjects you had to study, like the kids had to study.
Yes, those were the ones that had to, So I think they did a lot of Spanish teaching as well.
It's interesting because when I started there in 2004, we didn't teach any Spanish, but I cleared out some cupboards, some really old cupboards, really dusty books in them. And they were from the 60s. The books were stamped 1960 something, and they were Spanish books.
Yeah.
So they'd been in those cupboards all that time. The dust was that thick. You wouldn't like it, you'd have been sneezing.
Yeah,
but the dust was that thick on it, and I didn't know we taught Spanish. And I went to my boss, my head of department at the time, and I said, "Oh, I found some Spanish books from the 60s."
Yeah.
So, and we're going back to Spanish this year now, so it's all going around again.
Yeah, the night school, when I was, in the night school business, they taught Spanish. So, but they did during the day as well. French was taught as well, from a French lady as well. She was French. So.
Mm. So was the Lawns there, the University Lawns building, was that?
Sorry?
The Lawns building behind, was that already there when you started?
Yes.
Yeah. That was there, because that's sadly empty, it's vacant at the minute.
They use it for police training, don't they?
Training there now. I used to go there in the 1980s.
It's listed, isn't it?
It's like a caravan show thing.
Yeah.
Was that there?
That was on till fairly recently, I think, the caravan show.
Caravan shows were there.
Yeah.
So Cottingham High used to have a swimming pool. Do you remember that?
Used to have a
Swimming pool.
Oh yeah, there was a swimming pool. Yeah.
I think you can still see where it was.
Yeah.
I think there's somewhere on probably the site manager would be better.
Yeah, where the boiler house is.
Yeah, I think you
next
can still
door to
see. Or you could.
So they could heat the water.
Yeah, until fairly recently, if not still now, you could see like where not tiles, but I don't know what it was, but you could definitely see there was evidence of it. So we're inside the gated bit now. There are even more, bike sheds. And there's another one there, so there's loads of bike sheds. And then if you go along here, this is where the footbath was. It's all been concreted over, but more and more of it's coming off now since Nick's photos, I think. And there's the other end of it there. But this is what the swimming pool looks like now. It's just concrete, and that's what they used to jump off. Oh, and look, the plaque's still there. The plaque's still there.
So in this short clip filmed by Madam Bennett, we are looking at the area where the old bike shed used to be. Down there was the uprights for the roof, and the slits in the floor are for where the front wheel of the bike could be to hold it upright. And that is the main boiler house that Mr. Wilgeroth was just talking about.
Yeah.
Still there. What about the gardens? Were the gardens there?
Yeah, the garden was there, yeah.
Like an
yeah, we had
allotment type
a man, Ben Scruton, he was, yeah.
Yeah, it's still there now, but I don't think anybody really does anything with it anymore. Yeah. These actually look like more modern greenhouses. A lot of bees about. There was bees in the thingy as well, weren't there? The house.
Honeybees.
I don't know. Yeah, we get them all the time, don't we? With the little planters there. That's the main school over there, so we're sort of hidden behind loads of trees as well. Oh, are they pears? It's pears with apples. Oh my god!
Bees. Greenhouse in there.
Look, pears! All this stuff you didn't know was here. Look at the size of these apples. They're massive. Look.
The brambles.
They're huge. Oh my god, look, pears as well. Oh my god, why aren't we using this? This is mad, isn't it? It's such a shame. You know, it could be a brilliant project for like alternative provision. It does feel a bit hard at the moment. Wow, cooking apples, they're huge. I need to put my hand next to it, look at that. How big that is. Here is an account written by a lady called Maureen Turner, whose father Leonard Turner was at one point the market gardener for Cottingham Grange Manor House, which is where the school stands now. The gardens and some of the outbuildings are original from that time, and Maureen remembers the apple and pear trees. In her account she says, "There were numerous sorts of apple and pear trees. I remember picking apples and eating them whilst reading. I haven't tasted any like them elsewhere." Yeah.
And they built a boathouse, I think that's gone as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Where,
To house the boat, obviously, yeah.
Whereabouts would the boathouse be?
That was just beyond the swimming pool on the left.
I wonder if the boat thing was under there, because that's left-hand side, further down from the pool.
Possibly.
That's what he said.
I don't know if anything left of it.
No, it's all overgrown now. But they built a boat, so they needed a boat shed to put it in.
Use this now as a D&V training area.
Oh dear, cool.
Was that near that? There was like
There
a
was
caretaker's house or
right
something.
up the top of the drive until fairly recently. There was the caretaker's house.
Yes.
Was that there as well?
That was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used it for various things, and I think they're getting rid of it, or they've got rid of it now for something else. But that was there for a long time because caretakers used to live on site.
Yes,
in a
yeah.
house. Right, so this is the house. It's the old caretaker's house, I think, isn't it? But it's been used for loads of things because it was. Well, when I first came, it was the health and social classroom with Denise Greenwood.
Yeah.
Greenwood? No, not Greenwood. Denise, what called? And her husband worked in science. Greendale was it? The garden of the house. I think we had the barbecue. Did we have the barbecues around the back though?
Yeah, in the back one.
I think so, because you could get in the kitchen, couldn't you? But this is Damien's D&V store now.
Yep, commandeered it.
It's good that it's such a shame to knock it all down though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So all this was garden.
Yeah.
Can we get in here?
I've not got the lodge keys with me, but it looks like they've left it open. So someone's been in and they've not locked it behind them. So.
Oh god, yeah, this is overgrown, yeah. So this is the garden where we used to have the barbecues because the kitchen was just there. So they could bring the barbecue. Wasn't that long ago either, was it?
No.
I remember it was real nice.
A couple of years ago we used to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's locked up.
Locked. I'll have to come in there another time. You can see that there's a little sink. And at one point it was like, was it Shackleton or something?
Yeah, they use it for isolation.
Like an isolation. There's been other things as well, I can't remember.
First caretaker was from Aberfan.
Oh, where there's
Some
the
of his relations
disaster.
were in the
You know
disaster.
that the landslide disaster thing
was
in
it,
Wales.
A pit tip. It got soaked with water, so it was buoyant. Didn't weigh very much, and it just slipped.
Slipped onto a school.
Covered the
didn't
school.
Yeah,
About 10 feet deep, I think.
yeah, it killed a lot of
You
children
remember
and
that?
staff, I believe.
Yeah.
My next door neighbour's parents lived in that row of cottages.
Ah,
Oh gosh.
yeah.
Yeah.
They lost a lot of children.
Yeah, yeah, disasters sadly do happen in towns like that. So He'd moved to Cottingham High and he was the first caretaker.
Griffiths, they called him.
Yeah,
Yeah, Griffiths.
very good.
Yeah.
So what changes at Cottingham High were brought in that didn't work?
Oh, I've no idea. I wasn't in.
Yeah.
No, what didn't work, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's run by a trust now, whereas when you were there it was
Run by the headmaster.
run by the headmaster, yeah.
He was the very end one, right at the peak.
Yeah,
If it was wrong, it was the headmaster.
yeah,
Yeah. And he would, do it to the deputy head, and deputy head would sort it out.
yeah.
It worked like that.
Did you work under a different headmaster, or was he there the whole time you were there?
I worked with Eric Greenwood, and then Clive Wiley came.
Wiley. I was just
Clive
gonna say.
Wiley
Yeah.
came. And I think, that was it, yes. Clive Wiley came, and he altered everything. He altered me. Sailing finished. Sailing finished. And then he said he was going to retire. So I says, we're going to get a new headmaster. Yeah. Oh, I says, I can't cope with another headmaster. I says, can I have early retirement? So I asked County Hall, and they said, yes, you can have early retirement. You can have your pension now. And so I went.
Right. So you worked under two headmasters then, and then you.
Clive Wiley and Eric Greenwood. Yeah. Clive Wiley was a nice bloke, very, very popular. Very popular. Except with me.
They didn't like sailing.
Well, I don't know whether he didn't like sailing. He just wanted to stamp
Yeah,
what he wanted for the school, not what Eric Greenwood wanted, what he wanted. Well, he's a very good headmaster. As I say, very popular.
so numbers wise, you mentioned at the early days it was about 300 children. What
I
was
think
the...
about 380 I'm not quite sure. And then the 11 to 13 changeover.
Yeah,
And then we got then they said we were going to keep small, and the Willoughby School was going to be expanded. But then Cottingham started to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So we got a lot of young people having babies, having children. So there's a lot of children coming to Cottingham High School.
It says here it opened with 297 pupils.
300, yeah.
Yeah. And then by was from 300 to 1,600 by 1979.
Yeah,
so that's in your reign then. So that's the 11 to 13 change.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
the change, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
And it says in September 1975 a new science/technical block was completed, along with a second gymnasium and a new sports hall. And then in 1978 the new humanities and languages block was completed, which is where my classroom is now.
Right, yeah.
1978.
And that's just had a major refurbishment.
Oh, the whole thing's had refurbished in and inside and
Yeah.
inside. Mainly.
Okay.
New electrics and everything we've had.
So where the technology teacher is now, Chris, I believe he's called.
Yeah, so did you move rooms when they...
I didn't. Oh, well, yeah, first of all I was in the motor vehicle part,
Was that in the
and
main...
then I went into technical drawing, you see.
Yeah.
Room 8 I was in.
Because when I first started in 2004, some of the technology subjects were in the main building still. They were where the current library is. I think
Yeah.
the sewing
Yeah,
sewing
sewing
machines
room.
and all that
Yeah.
were in the main building, and everything else was up in the tech block, but now everything's gone up there.
Yeah,
But there was definitely two
domestic science.
sewing rooms in the
Yeah.
main block when I
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
Did they call the females madam at the time? Or
Yes.
Was that from the beginning?
Eric Greenwood wanted the children to call the ladies madam. Thank you, madam. Yes, madam.
And they still do that to this day
Do they
now.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Do they change shoes?
I don't think they do that. No. What did they change shoes?
We wanted to try and keep the school, the new block as it was, wanted to keep it clean. So the children used to come in their outdoor shoes, change into plimsolls,
Right.
whilst they were indoors.
There was a computer teacher when I started, and she used to demand that they took their shoes off outside the computer room, and they all were lined up outside
I
the
see.
computer room, because I think they'd had new carpets, and so she didn't want
I
them to
see.
get. But no, they didn't do that. But yeah, that tradition at the moment is still in force as well, which is quite nice. I think it makes it sort of unique to all the other schools in the area.
Absolutely.
That we have the madam thing, and we've kept it up. So we've kept the badge, we've kept that. So
Yeah.
you know, lots of things change, but then you can see things that are still the same, like the parquet floors and those things, which is nice.
Definitely. So that's probably something that could keep going. The strength and adventure
Traditions,
and
yeah.
the tradition of calling the female staff madam.
Do they still have religious studies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have assemblies?
Yes. Yeah. So each year group has an assembly on a different day
Yeah.
in the hall, which I imagine the hall's fairly similar, because
Yeah.
they're often in schools. The hall often looks like the original, doesn't it, with the stage and the nice flooring and all that. I think probably it's quite original.
We had one emergency when the beams for the roof, they were made of this quick dry concrete, and one school the roof had collapsed, so we didn't use the hall for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and they came in and examined it and said, oh, it's okay, we can use it again.
There was something fairly recent, wasn't there?
Is
in
it
the last
started
few
again?
years? It was on the news, wasn't it, a few years ago, about some schools having this concrete,
Yes.
and they had to.
It was aerated
Do you remember
concrete
it, something?
mix, I think.
Yeah.
There was something to do with air being suspended in the concrete to make it lighter.
Yes.
I believe they were using that in construction of big buildings commercially, including schools, and then they were finding that it was failing due to the air in a liquid tends to go to one point, it'll go to the top. So you was getting the concrete beam would have a large pocket of air at the top encapsulated, and then the bottom it'd be solid, so it created weak points, and then it wouldn't be a uniformly distributed load.
Yeah, the top of the beam would be in compression, the bottom would be in tension.
But
Yes.
they checked it and
Yeah.
decided it was okay there.
Yeah.
Right. So we thought we'd do this for the sort of 70th anniversary coming up. We
When's
thought it'd
that
be good.
going to be?
Well, on the internet, I thought it was September, but on the internet it says it actually
that's what
opened
we
in
thought.
April 55. So, I don't know, I've just read it on there, but we thought we were sort of going to be celebrating in September.
Was it
time.
April?
I think it must have been April, just gone, so it might have been open almost a year by the time you
Yeah.
got there. But maybe they're celebrating the anniversaries like the 1st September.
Yeah.
It was open.
Maybe
you
I've
know,
got it
something
wrong
like
and it
that.
was Christmas to April.
Yeah, maybe.
Instead of September to April.
Did the school year always start in September?
think
Has that
that's-
been
Yeah,
a thing
that's
that's
happened
always
forever.
been
Yeah, it's usually,
September? And the benefit, I remember you telling me one of the benefits of becoming a teacher was you don't work in August.
That was right.
I was going to miss that bit out.
Yeah, you always tell people that, don't you?
Right, well, I think
Well,
that
it's
wraps
better
it up,
than a
doesn't it?
fortnight in June. Because in those days it always used to rain in June.
Hey, dear.
Very good. Thank you very much, Mr. Wilgeroth.
I hope it works. You'll be able to edit it, won't you?
Well, I hope he's pressed play.
Yeah.
We don't have to do it all again.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
we'll
Thank you.
edit it and we'll put some of these pictures in on
Thank
the
you
screen
very
much.
and
Yeah.
spot you and everything. I think it'll be good when I pass it on at school.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah, you made it easy for me.
Oh, maybe I should be a interviewer
Maybe,
instead
yeah.
of something.
Yeah, you should be. Yeah, you're very good.
Cut.